I got some Stuttering John for today, and then we can get back into some news type stuff. Stuttering John Melendez. This is just a real quick one. We talked about his beef with Anthony and all that, and I'm kind of in a Stuttering John mood after I did Who Are These Podcasts this weekend.
Okay.
Stuttering John Melendez from the Howard Stern Show. A lot of people haven't followed him since then. You know, they're like, oh, I wonder what Stuttering John is up to from the Howard Stern Show.
I've never asked.
Yeah, it's a fucking tragic story. I mean, there was the crash and burn at Leno. There was the divorce. There's the trans kid. There's the alimony. There's the child support. And now he does a podcast for I think our evening show, which is our small show. Our evening show does better numbers than Stuttering John Melendez when he goes live wherever he is. Mm-hmm. It's really bad. And now John is a substitute teacher to try to help pay the bills and everything.
What is he qualified to teach?
Well, he's teaching, I think, 8th grade, but he also drives Uber.
Oh, yay.
So he's been driving Uber. He's substitute teaching. And now the substitute teaching is such a priority that it's actually making him change around his podcast schedule. So that can only mean one thing.
It's paying better.
I was just going to say, the substitute teaching is paying better than the podcasting. For a guy who worked on the most popular radio show of all time, do you know how untalented you need to be that you leave the greatest thing ever and nobody even checks out your other shit? Do you know how bad you have to? I mean, Stern fans are remarkably loyal. I mean, if you're just halfway decent, Stern fans will be like, I'll support this. And in John's case, he goes and he knocks off his podcasting shit because I got a replacement teacher gig. So here's John informing his audience that he'll have to change around the podcast schedule this week.
No, guys, it's not that he had to. It's that, he really wants to help the little people.
I gotta help the gotta help the little tykes. This is John.
I'm doing it all for the midgets. Whoa, John.
I'm teaching. I'm teaching the talking class. Let's go to John and hear it right from the pig's mouth.
Real close to a spit take there.
I'll see you guys. Oh, I'm going to be back here tomorrow. Okay.
This is Tuesday's show. So he's talking about yesterday. He's going to be there yesterday.
Because I'm filling in for a friend of mine who is going on vacation on Thursday. So
I love how he tries to make it sound like, oh, I'm doing a nice thing. I love how he's trying to make it sound like he's doing this because his friend needs him. It's not a friend. It's a teacher he's subbed for before.
And, by the way, at this point, he hasn't mentioned that he's going to teach. He's just making it sound like he's got another gig. Like, oh, I'm doing this for a friend.
Yeah, you're right. So the only reason we know it's substitute teaching is because we know it.
We know it already, yeah.
He's the friend that told me that I should become a substitute teacher because he says how badly that we need it. So he asked.
Look, John.
Is he stuttering or is he indigestive?
He drinks too much. He guzzles beer on his show. And he guzzles the beer so fast that he inhales so much air he gets hiccups. If you watch Stuttering John, I bet you if we go on YouTube, we can find a collection of Stuttering John drinking beer. And by the way, as a Stern fan, to me, this is sad. So when he drinks a beer, he'll take the can and he'll just, every sip is this. It's head tilted back. It's can slammed backwards. He's a guzzler.
Well, I mean, I'm kind of a guzzler, so I can understand that. But like, dude, take it easy, man.
This is how a normal person drinks a beer. This is a gigantic. Oh, anybody want a peanut? This is how a normal person would drink a beer. It would just be, there you go. And you just took a sip of beer. You wet your whistle, whatever. This is John. That's a John sip.
I was really worried it was going to come out the air hole.
Oh, believe me, I was too. I had my nose plugging that shit for dear life. So anyway, John, And this is the other thing. John goes, I'm subbing for a friend who told me that we needed replacement teachers. John, when he said that, he didn't mean you. He wasn't like,
He meant
John,
people who are qualified.
Yeah. He went, he wasn't going, John, there's an old saying, cometh the hour, cometh the man. And sometimes when things get bad out there, you don't realize that the answer is you. But in this case, John, the world needs a hero. And I say, why not, Stuttering John Melendez? To which I just started making a list. And the guy goes, that was rhetorical. And I'm like, oh, sorry.
Why not, Stuttering John Melendez? And then the Lizzo meme went, wait, we got another one.
Why not, Stuttering John Melendez? And then I started writing a book under that title.
How much time do you have?
Exactly. It's a coffee table book just called Why Not John Melendez.
To me to fill in for him and, do his English.
Oh, God.
8th grade English. So
He did. I want to do his English. I was going to do his school for him.
I'm gonna teach the kids about the doodles you do for things.
That's amazing that he's teaching an English class.
Oh God!
All right, guys, remember I before E except after I before E except after the halfway O.
Oh, and then after this, I have to go to speech class with Ozzy Osbourne.
I'm going to go to gym class with my teacher. I'm going to go to gym class with my teacher, Lizzo.
Oh, God.
It's going to be great. This is a fucked up school that John's subbing at if he's the English teacher.
Hey, everybody, we're playing tag. Up, game's over.
That's right.
That fast.
Going to economics class with, taught by the entire Democratic Party. It's really great. I'm going to be, home ec with Bradley Delp. That should be a really good one. He's going to teach us how to cook in bed.
I'm going to fill in for him on Thursday and Friday. So instead, I'll do my show tomorrow at noon PST. So just let everybody know.
Just a whole collection of podcast listeners going, I'm busy tomorrow, John. Sorry.
Just let everybody know, just tell everybody, hey, last minute, rearrange your plans because Stuttering John is going to start early.
Could you imagine going to work and be like, hey, guys, Stuttering John's on today instead of tomorrow? And you're like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Who?
You know what? You're fired. Get out of here. You're an imbecile. You're a dumb guy.
I'm in the process of booking Nikki Fried. She was supposed to be. I screwed up. She was supposed to be on Thursday.
But then I told her I had to be a substitute teacher. And so we can't do my podcast. By the way, Nikki Fried is the Democrat who just lost the primary to Charlie Crist to run against Ron DeSantis.
Wow.
I think she's the lieutenant governor choice now. I think she's like the Crist's running mate.
Oh, because nothing says you're committed. Like, hey, I didn't win the first one. Let's see what else is available.
I can't even get the guy who's going to lose to DeSantis. I got to get the woman who's going to second lose to him.
And she'll be on, and we'll ask her a lot of hard. We have questions.
We've got the woman who lost to the guy who's going to lose to DeSantis.
I just realized that I told my buddy that I'd fill in for him. So on Thursday and Friday. So I'm not going to do a Thursday show.
That's the end of the clip. But also, I love that Stuttering John is trying to convince either his audience or himself that he's doing this because the world just needs heroes and not because he could use the extra scratch. I mean, people like that, it's really the lack of humility that gets you made fun of. Nobody would blame Stuttering John for being like, hey, my career peaked like 20 years ago. I need money. I'm not dead.
As you can tell, he needs to eat.
Right, yes, and drink. He needs to consume.
He needs to eat and then wash it all down.
Right. So if he went, hey, I'm doing substitute teaching because I need to pick up some extra cash, everyone would be like, oh, man, well, that's respectable, whatever. But, like, he fights it. He fights the criticism, and it's like, dude, that's just going to get you more criticism because you're still acting like an egotistical dick, but you don't have a leg to stand on. That's the frustrating part. All right, before we move on.
He lost it to diabetes, but I mean...
Before we move on, people have some really good stuff here. They're saying you're going to gym class at that school with your teacher Beetlejuice. Very good. Yeti Machete says gun safety class with Ronnie McNutt. Oh.
Punched my gun safety teacher in the face. Yep, busted McNutt.
Hulkamasha Baby says weightlifting with Kurt Cobain. I don't know why. The Mood says your social studies class there taught with by Andrew Tate. It's really nice. Wesley Snipes is the economics teacher. Home ec with Nancy Pelosi. Trucker 18-wheeler says, I'm going to speech class with Unique.
I want to see them both start drinking at the same time and find out who you can't understand first.
You know what? I'm going to say that Stuttering John stays more intelligible than Unique for longer.
Okay.
Yeah. Static says, going to go to religious studies with the Reverend Jim Jones. Oh, I mean, that's a good get. I mean, that's a high-profile one. Toastmaster says, Fred's impression of John was always better than the Stuttering John character. There's so many of those instances in the Stern Show where the impression of the guy is better than the actual guy. Fred Stuttering John is better than Stuttering John.
So then Stuttering John is like our, what's his name? The guy that you and Oz kept making a bit about.
Mark
Welcome to
Allen?
my home. Yeah,
Yeah.
he's like our Mark Allen.